see some new faces also. So welcome everyone. Just to let you background of the company, Rapid Mile has been there for almost 18 years now, and we have been focusing on grooming people for taking charge of their lives so that they can, instead of taking any other external support, they are able to handle their situations themselves. Okay, and we just love to teach and live the law of attraction life. We have four different trainers at present who are taking care of the trainings in the Rapid Mile trainings. We have Dr. Anila, who is an expert in law of attraction and is also a trainer's trainer for us. We have Mr. Balram Talreja, who has so much of experience, has been taking trainings on yoga, EFT meditations for almost 30 years now. And we have Mr. Sanjeev, who is an expert in the money trainings. Unfortunately, he is not there due to some emergencies. Uh, and the fourth one is me. Okay, and my name is Shaz, and I'm the director of the company. Okay, so welcome everyone to the midweek magic session. Today's session is very special, and why it is special is because I always feel that we have, as humanity, we have three major issues. The first one is related to finance, the second one is related to your health, and the third one is related to relationships. If we take care of all these three factors in life, and most of our life is sorted out. Okay, so today we'll be discussing more about the relationship factor, and Mr. Balram Talreja would be sharing his knowledge and his experience. Okay, so everybody, I would request you to unmute and give a round of applause to Mr. Balram Talreja. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Balram Talreja.
Thank you, Shazbhai. Good evening, everybody. We shall start today's session with 3 times Pranav Pranayam Om chanting, which will definitely improve your concentration power, your alertness. Be straight, close your eyes. We'll be taking 3 rounds of Pranav Pranayam Om. It's such a wonderful pranayam which clears the vibration of your body, mind, and the surrounding. It is such a wonderful pranayam. If you do this pranayam very regularly, your immunity system goes very high because it is mainly connected with the respiratory system. Very slowly, you breathe in first. Keep attention at the center of eyebrows. Then you to say Om. U, not O, U, and then Ma. The ratio for U, Ma will be 1:2:4. Very slowly breathe in, hold for a moment, then U, Ma, 3 times. Very slowly breathing start with. Keeping eyes closed, be aware, conscious about your breathing, paying attention to both the nostrils, opening of your nostrils, be watchful, aware, conscious about your breathing. Relax forehead, body has to be absolutely straight, relaxing and steady. Very slowly, get closer to your breathing to such an extent that you can feel the thermal sensation of your breathing, get the coolness of every breath going in and warmness of the every breath going out. सांसों के प्रति सजगता, जागरूकता, साक्षीपन, तटस्थता, हर अंदर जाने वाली सांस की ठंडक और बाहर आने वाली सांस की गर्माहट को दोनों ही नासिकाओं के छिद्रों पर फील करें, महसूस करें। As you are going closer to the breathing, you concentrated your breathing, breath will start becoming slower, calmer, and your thoughts are connected to the breathing. सांसों के मंद होते ही विचार थमने से लगते हैं और विचारों के कम होते ही our consciousness transcends further from body to mind and mind to intellect. Now pay the attention to the center of eyebrows, दोनों ही आंखों के बीच में, भ्रुकुटी के मध्य में अपने आप को फोकस करें। Consciousness concerning further. Now start visualizing as if you are not a body but a conscient being of light. एक चमकता हुआ बिंदु, एक सितारा, टिमटिमाती हुई मणि के रूप में अपने आप को देखें, विजुलाइज करें। This is called the soul consciousness or the self-realization, which takes you to the supreme consciousness or supreme realization, which is the ultimate aim of yoga, meditation, uniting body to mind, to intellect, to self, to supreme self and beyond. Just now very slowly open your eyes, very gently. Yes. Keep your pen and pad ready with you. We are going to have beautiful practice on that. Harmony in relationship. I have been counseling the people worldwide for more than 2 decades now. What I'm finding that everything they ask me somewhere here or there, they find the relationship to be totally conflict and chaos, fragile relationship. I will start this session with my own personal experience. Today, worldwide people call me an angel. I myself, before coming to this yoga field, My life was absolutely lost and miserable. After marriage, lot of complicated, challenging situations, circumstances came before me, and I was totally broken, helpless, hopeless, totally in despair. 7 years I was fighting my married life, but after that, a sudden change, dramatic change came in came into my life, and it was not only because of meditation. Every day I started observing meditation, being in meditation for some time. Now, today, twice a day, I meditate every day, and I have seen, as it is rightly said, yoga sa karmutsu कौशलम. आपके हर कर्मों में कौशलता का सीक्रेट है योग. The time that you spend with yourself, it really does the wonders for you. The life becomes truly blissful. I can say in one word, खिजान से बाहर मेरी जिंदगी में आई है, and I'm living the life absolutely fully with utmost contentment. What was missing? Nothing has changed. I have the same wife, same in-laws, same factory, some factory people. Nothing has changed. When in meditation you start changing from within, then everything in your life changes. We'll slowly understand by these slides. I've got very hardly 5 slides with me, but that will give a great impact on your minds, because a single slide is equivalent to 1,000 words, what I can say verbally. Yes, Shazai, can you share the first slide, please?
Sure. Faith.
Yes. Now, see here it is shown 3 generations together, really in harmony with the relationship. Now, the question is to you, who is living the life fully and enjoying all the relationship, spouse, daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, employer and employee, other family members, who is having fragile relationship? Are you satisfied, contented, finding life to be comfortable? Yes, please, you can put in the chat box. If you are satisfied, then you can put why. If you've got any problem, any conflict, any, you can say the unresolved things in your life, yes, please put in the chat box. Everybody, most of you are putting why, means yes, you are enjoying the life very much. You are writing this is the harmony in relationship or the fragile relationship. You're having any problem in the relationship. You are giving me the answer for plus or minus. Yes, please. Enjoying life, Shaz Kamar. That's beautiful. Kumar Krishnan, Bhaskar Ambati. Shaz Bhai, all the great people have joined today. I'm so happy and delighted to see your answers. Komal Nilima, everybody is enjoying the life. Now we'll start one exercise over here. You just take out 5 circles in your pad. Shall I want some soft music, please, for some time? I'll explain them what will they do. See,
Sure.
you have to draw 4 circles. In the circle number one, you have to write the name of the one who is so closest to you. Maybe anyone from your family. In the second circle, you are going to draw 2 persons close by to you. Number three circle, you'll be putting with you 3 people those who are so close by and so lovable to you. And the fourth cycle, you'll put 5 plus to whomsoever you feel like that they are so closer to me. Got my point? The first circle you have to write down, you have to write down the name of the person who is closest to you. Number two, 2 people, those who are closest to you. Number three, any your relationship closer to you. Number four, you have to write down the name of the 5 plus people, those who are so closest to you, or you find them so nearby you. Yes, please. Software time will be given to you around 3 minutes time. You have to complete this exercise. Just give the arrow to one circle, then second circle over that, third circle over that, and fourth circle over that, and you have to just give the arrow and write down the closest one in the closest one in the circle number one, closest 2 people in the circle two, circle number two, closest three, your relationship, and number four, 5 plus. That may include your all the even the business context or your relationship outside the family, whatever it is. Yes, soft
Okay,
music,
I
please.
have a doubt, Balram sir.
Yes, yes.
So when we write in the first circle, the closest one person that would be there in the fifth circle also, or there would be five different people in fifth circle.
Of course, the circle, the one who was the one circle number one, which you already given the name. Of course, that is bound to be in all the circles at number one.
All right,
It's
got
bound
it.
to be.
Thank you. Hope it's clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, please unmute and answer. Ask.
What you are writing in the earlier circles, na, that you not write in the next circles.
Okay, got it. So these are concentric circles, one over the top of the other.
Right. Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yes, now I want at least two or three who love to share what is in their circles. Number one, anybody please. Two to three people I want to share your this thing, circles, what you written inside them or with them. Anybody please?
Yes, Balram, I'll share it.
Yes, yes, Surendra Pal.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in the first circle, I put my daughter in there. And the second
Nice.
circle, I put my second daughter. Third circle, my two daughters and my wife. Fourth
Very
circle,
nice.
all three above, plus my brother in India. And in the next one, all four of them, plus my sister in India.
So nice.
Thank you.
Please, two more I want to share. Thank you very much, Surendra Pal ji. Yes, any two more I want, please.
Okay, I would share.
Balram sir.
Yes, 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 please.
Divakar ji, please share.
Good evening, Balram sir.
हाँ यादव जी बोलिए.
First, my wife Geeta Yadav. Second, my second circle, my two sons.
Excellent.
Amit and Pratik. Third circle, my mother Tara Yadav. My friend Dasrath Yadav. My friend Sankar Yadav. This is the three circle. All the
So
circle
nice.
I had to, other circles also I have written, but
Okay, I got it.
okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
I want one
Thank
more to share, please.
So shall I?
Yes, Sujata, you want to speak?
हाँ जी सर.
हाँ
सर
बोलिए.
फर्स्ट सर्कल में मेरा बेटा
Right.
तेजस. फिर
Excellent.
सेकंड सर्कल में मेरी मदर और मेरे हस्बैंड.
Mhm.
फिर तीसरे सर्कल में मेरे पापा और मेरी दो सिस्टर्स. फिर चौथा सर्कल अभी कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाया सर. एक मेरी वो है डॉक्टर टीना, थोड़ी जूनियर है मुझसे. एक मिली मैडम फार्मासिस्ट हैं
Right,
जिन्होंने ग्रुप से इंट्रोड्यूस किया मुझे. एक मेरी मदर इन लॉ.
So nice.
दो
Thank you.
लोग और भी मैंने ऐड नहीं किए उसमें. दो अभी और ऐड करने हैं.
Shaz bhai, I would like to hear you, both of you also.
Okay. First circle is my wife Farzana. Then second circle is my son Fez. My third circle is my brother. Fourth circle is my dad, and fifth circle is my good friend Sandeep. And somehow I like my mom is no more, but somehow I placed her as well in the first circle. So it's actually two people there.
Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Anila ji, please.
Yes, I'd be delighted. First circle, second circle, my son and father. Third circle, my mother and two sisters. Fourth circle was my aunt, my sister-in-law, my nephew, and Shaz. Fifth circle, one more circle, the fifth circle, one more sister, my nephew, and a friend, two friends, and Sanjeev.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, one question I'll ask you. All of a sudden, you become absolutely very much painful and suffering in your life. Heavy suffering is going on in the life. Who is the one you will remember at that time?
First circle.
First circle. Who is Almighty Authority, the highest of the high? What we call it as the God, Paramatma, Allah, Ishwar, Prabhu. Nobody has written in any other circle the name which always supports you, which is always behind you, at your back. All the time we worship Him, we really sit in His remembrance. But now you can see everybody has forgotten the name of God. He is the Father of all the souls, and I have always put God in my very first circle. And whenever I come across any difficulty in my life, I always call him, and God is always available to you for your help. But you always forget him, because in the time of difficulties or the you know, the challenge of the life, when we will tell something which is very much critical in your life, then your all the people you have put in the circles na, they also will be in pain to listen your agonies and your painful situations. But the one who is always, he never takes birth, its form is light, he is almighty authority with all the powers, what we call as the universe. Next slide, please. Yes, this slide shows this universe is vibrational universe. To keep our relationship all the time healthy, happy, and harmonious, it always responds to you. What you give, you get. What goes, it comes back. What you sow, that you reap. The universe simply reflects back to you what you are giving. Suppose you are getting angry at someone. The person to whom you are shouting or showing a resentment towards that person. First of all, that anger, that resentment, that worry, it gives the effect to your body, to your mind, to your relationship, and to your surrounding. Now, see in the relationship, what we do actually. Recently, I got one boy came to me for the counseling. He told me, "Sir, my father hates me. My father was crying a lot last week that what not I have done for you." And he was crying with very louder voice, with his absolutely egoistic nature, कि मैंने आपको जिंदगी में क्या नहीं दिया है, 30 साल तक मैंने आपकी पालना की है. तो आई रिप्लाइड हिम, आपने कौन सा बड़ा काम किया है? सारे दुनिया के पिता लोग और माता लोग बच्चों के लिए करते ही हैं. ये आपका फर्ज बनता है जो आपने किया है. हमारे सामने जब सिचुएशन आएगी, हमारे सामने जब हमारी औलाद होगी, तो हम भी वही करेंगे जो आपने हमने किया है. तो आपने कौन सा बड़ा काम कर दिया है? All the 30 years, what he gave to that boy was washed out in single sentence, what he could hear from his son. We people always keep on doing. All the time, we always work on the doing side. See, if you really want to have the relationship to go smoother, despite the differences in our opinions, हमारे स्वभाव में, संस्कारों में, आदतों में, every soul is a unique soul, and everybody has got different nature, being the same siblings, coming from the same family or same parent. But because we keep on taking the different births, and we bring along with all the different sanskaras with us, and all the time we do the things on the doing side. Next slide, please. Yes. See here, I have shown in this slide, thoughts, feelings, action, and behavior. Now, when we do a lot, we do for our loved ones to the extent of breaking ourselves. Recently, my daughter-in-law's mother's sister, Mausi, such a jolly personality, outstanding personality. She was living the life absolutely for her family. One boy and two girls, and a husband. And suddenly she got cancer, breast cancer. I was very much surprised that how you can get the cancer when you're so jolly and always giving nature. But I've been studying all the mental patterns of these physical diseases or the psychosomatic diseases, and all the psychosomatic disorders are the causes of the results of the negative mental patterns. When you live for others exclusively, not even thinking of yourself, that means you are showing the universe that I lack my own comfort, I lack my own joy in my life, I made for others. Even that, these type of mental pattern persons get very, you can say, complicated disease in their life. Now see, we always work on the doing side. Suppose you've got some problem with your husband or with your kids, we shout them, we give them knowledge कि आपको ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, आपको वैसा करना चाहिए, आप ऐसा ही क्यों करते हो. We always, the great difficulty with every individual is that we want other to go the way I want, and others want us to go their way. That means everywhere, in every relationship, expectation is very much prevailing, because of which the conflict, chaos, disagreement, dissatisfaction always persist in the relationships. Unless there is harmony in the thoughts, words, and actions, our relationships can never be harmonious. हमारे मन में कुछ और चल रहा होता है, शब्द कुछ और होते हैं, और हमारे कर्म कुछ और होते हैं. Now the very important thing I am going to tell you, see, thoughts and feelings. Feelings are generated by the thoughts we create. And any action without taking care of the thoughts or the mind or the feelings, if you go to improve any relationship in any area, you are never ever going to be satisfied. The only thing what you can do from today, if you've got any problem in any relationship, you just see that how I'm thinking about that person, I'm thinking about that situation, I'm thinking about that circumstance. If that thinking makes you to feel good, then definitely feeling good is the frequency of receiving what you are asking for. Feeling good is the frequency of attracting what you want. The universe always responds to you through your feeling. If you want to bring any improvement in that relationship, despite your all the things in that and not successful, that means you are only working on the doing side. See, three things are there. Mind thinks, we speak from mouth, and we do the action on the physical level. Yes, next slide, please. Here it is shown. We also show these slides in mind power trainings. Iceberg, 10% is outside the sea level, and the 90% is the inside the sea. And 10% we shown that is the conscious mind, and 90% is the subconscious mind. whatever do in the world outside us comes in this conscious mind, we are awakened. But below in the slide, it is shown that all our previous beliefs, memories, past events, they keep on creating havoc in our life in the form of the earth shattering, limiting beliefs, tail enders. Now, unless we go from doing to being level, that is meditation, what Dr. Nila has been teaching you in all the magical mornings, meditation, then affirmation, then gratitude, then affirmation. See, these are the tools which really empowers you from within. They work on your being. The more good you are from within, the reflection in the world outside you is bound to get settled automatically. Silence emerges solutions. A silent mind is better able to gauge the situation and respond. Yeah, you can say act than react. See what the changes I have found in me after these being introvertness, ekantwas, antarmukta ka abhyas karke. See, I was looking my wife all the time with the vision of fault in them. I used to criticize her, complain about her, blaming her. But now, as I go deep into my inner consciousness, now the more clarity I have got, and now I look at her with the intention of how what I find in her so much of beautiful things. And I can tell you that after so many births, very good karmas, one gets such beautiful partner for which I was not able to sustain even on the verge of divorce and 7 years absolutely in suffering. Now, one more example I'll give you. See, once I got the factory in Mumbai, we are into plastic welding manufacturing business. When I go to office, observe for some 5 minutes meditation, then I go to my production department. And once I told my tempo driver, ke, who is cleaning the tempo? He told me, sir, you don't know. That cleaner is not coming for the last more than 15 days. So I told him, this is not fair. You are driving the tempo, उसका कान साफ नहीं है, चारों तरफ मिट्टी लगी पड़ी है. Take the अभी का कपड़ा ले जाओ और पहले tempo साफ करो. He did not listen me. He went down to the production department and he was just keeping himself busy there. So I called him once again. I scolded him a lot. I told him, I told you to clean the tempo and you are sitting here. So one of my main cutting master, he just next to him, he told me, he burst out. आप किसकी बात सुनते नहीं हैं, अपनी सिर्फ करते रहते हैं. I told him, मुझे ये सब नहीं सुनना है. The thing which is not right, it is not right. You have to correct it. When I bring it to your notice. It has to be corrected. He was talking in a very rudely manner to me. I also little bit got upset. I told that let my son come. We'll take him out of the factory today. It was around 10:30's time. After I go to lunch for my lunch, go to home for my lunch. When I returned back, I was feeling very much upset within because of this, what happened in the morning. Then around 7 o'clock, I was supposed to close the factory that day. So I went in that cutting department and I told that fellow that Santosh, अगर आपको मेरी बात का बुरा लगा है, मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ आपसे, मुझे माफ कर दो. He started weeping. उसके आंखों से आंसू निकलने. बोलता बलराम, बोलता सर, मैंने कितना सुना है आपको, लेकिन आप उल्टा मुझसे माफी मांग रहे हैं. It is about 3 years back, I'm telling you. उस दिन से लेके आज तक द रिस्पेक्ट द रिगार्ड, वो मुझे कहता है कि हमारा सेठ भगवान है. सी द एटीट्यूड, बिहेवियर, फॉरगिवनेस. puts such a, you can say it brings a absolute lightness in your mind. The other day somebody was asking on Sunday's mastermind session if forgiveness is difficult, but I tell you, I cannot sleep without resolving the issue, without asking for the forgiveness, because I never want to carry forward. Twice a day I sit in meditation. If you carry any last grudge, अब कचरे का डब्बा हमारे घर में होता है, डस्टबिन, we every day take it out of the house, and if that dustbin remains inside the house, उसकी स्मेल से सारा हम शायद उसकी स्मेल को सहन भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. But what you hold it here in the mind for a couple of years together, it really makes your life miserable. So here what I've shown is, if we change from doing to being, that if we pay some time where we can grow, where we can grow, we can grow from within, then the life truly becomes absolutely blissful. I'm telling you, in life, मेरी जिंदगी में कोई भी ऐसा आदमी नहीं है जिसने मेरे साथ कुछ गलत किया होगा, मैंने उसको अच्छा नहीं किया. I give the best in that area. मेरे पास कई एग्जाम्पल्स. आई एम टेलिंग यू, in this moment my in-laws, both in-laws are very much critical, and I'm standing so nicely and so dynamically with my wife to help them. I go to their home every evening, I offer my meditation prayers there for them, and I've seen that even though they are very critical condition, उनके अंदर से मेरे लिए दुआएं निकलती है. They really bless me from the every, you can say, उनके अल्फाजों से, उनके इंटेंशन से, and I'm finding कि when you give, then you are exhibiting God. Next slide, please. Yes. So the expectation to acceptance. See, meditation का जो सबसे पहला पड़ाव होता है, that is relaxation, to ease. आप तन से हल्के हो जाते हैं, मन के हल्के हो जाते हैं, आपकी समस्याओं से हल्के हो जाते हैं, आपके संबंधों में हल्के हो जाते हैं, and then everything becomes easy. You get healing with meditation. Medari made from the word medari, which means to heal thyself. Then your inner speaks to you in the form of intuition, which resolves your complicated issues and gives a solution to every single problem. And with every day's meditation, gratitude, or you can say the affirmation, which change your beliefs and change your life. From expectation to acceptance, if you start accepting, मैं तो ये कहता हूं कि अपने घर में लिख दो, अपने दिमाग के मेंटल स्क्रीन पर लिख दो, I accept the people the way they are. I accept the people the way they are, and henceforth, whenever I talk to them in any relationship, or whenever I do something for them, but always make sure what is going on in your mind in the form of the thoughts and the feelings. If the feelings are good, what you are doing or what you are saying to them, then you're on the right track. Then you're loving yourself. You got the appreciation for everybody around you. You're feeling grateful. So this way, the life truly becomes blissful. The only thing that you have to change is to go from doing to being, and from being, if you just give the time for the inner consciousness, then I'm telling you, outer world is the mirror or your inner reflection. It is simply the reflection of your inner consciousness. If you've got any problem, anywhere, any damn problem, that only suggesting you if something is not going on right in your life. And I'm telling you, we have got a lot of corporate works. After lockdown, we certainly got a good orders. I was running. Now, last example I'll quote you here. I was running the factory till 11 p.m. for the last 1.5 months. We finished the duty at 5:30. After that, they got overtime, and we are continuing for the last 1.5 months till 11 o'clock. And on 24th of December, we had to complete an order, and they continued working till 3 a.m. In the morning when I went to the factory, I told them 3 people are sitting for that completion of that job. I asked them to what time you were there. One told me we were there till 1:30, second told me till 2 a.m. and third told me 3 a.m. we completed the job. Then we have the CCTV cameras. I opened the cameras, we could see that they have done a lot of mischievous things. They finished the job at 1:15 and told me they finished the job at 3 o'clock. Then we could see that from 11 to 12, nobody was there. They had enjoyed the dinner. And they're taking the money as a overtime from this company. So I also said, now henceforth I will not give them any overtime. But being in meditation every day, I nurture my inner being every day. Last entire week, I closed my factory at 5 o'clock, and I thought that I'll be completing the goods by outer resources. But suddenly a insight came from within. Okay, without getting overtime, they are not getting sufficient money what they're getting earlier. And if I've got always something about them in my mind, the same they will be showing as a reflection in our company and with me. So I told them, from this week, I got a lot of orders now, and we are going to start the overtime. तो what they told me, सर आप बैठेंगे ना, आपका लड़का बैठेगा ना, मतलब बोलो कोई नहीं बैठेगा, मैं बैठूंगा नहीं बैठूं, लड़का बैठे या नहीं बैठे, मुझे कैमरा भी नहीं देखना है, मुझे ना कोई एक्स्ट्रा कैमराज लगाने हैं. मैं एक बात जानता हूं कि अगर मैंने विश्वास आपके प्रति अपने यहाँ रखा है ना, तो मेरी दुनिया फैक्ट्री मेरे इनर का रिफ्लेक्शन बनकर आप लोग काम करोगे. आज भी टुडे आल्सो माय फैक्ट्री वाज रनिंग. I came at ease. I left the factory at 6:15 and told them कि henceforth you have to take care of entire this production charge. We'll be supervising, we'll be looking into the matter, but now all the responsibilities I give it to you, because without you I cannot go, without me you cannot go. अगर अपने मन में किसी के प्रति धुंध रखते हैं, मन के अंदर अगर किसी के प्रति भी हम सही भावनाएं नहीं रखती हैं, it is not good for both of us and not for the factory. I might earn the money, I can grow financially, but as far as धन जो है बढ़ सकता है, लेकिन धन के साथ धन का सुख शायद बढ़ेगा. धन आपको सुविधाएं दे सकता है, साधन दे सकता है, लेकिन धन आपको आत्मिक सुख, शांति और आनंद, प्रेम नहीं दे सकता है. And I've seen today that everybody has accepted that Balram, our state boss, is saying the absolute right thing. I told them, unless I've got the faith in you people, nothing can go wrong in the world outside me, because I work every day on my being. Then doing will automatically get correct. This slide, शायद और slide है आगे. Yes. Yes, Shahid, Neha has, see here, last slide I'm showing it to here because the time is also over. See, you have to nourish and nurture your inner being every day. It is such a beautiful thing to see. Now there is no option for meditation. It is a need, it is a must for every individual to lead that life happily and harmoniously. So I finish up my talk here. Shadbhai, some question has come. Big question is, what is that question, please? Can you read for me?
Sure. Thank you very much, Balram Bhai, for this session. The question has been asked by Neha. सब बातें समझ आती हैं, बट जब भी कोई सिचुएशन आती है पहले की तरह रिएक्ट कर देते हैं, स्पेशली एंगर के केस में. सिचुएशन के टाइम रिएक्शन को रिस्पॉन्ड में चेंज कैसे करें?
वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन. सी, जो भी साधना हम करते हैं, शाद भाई हैं, अनिला जी हैं, हमारे साथ जो हैं चौथे ट्रेनर आज नहीं आए हैं, संजीव मिश्रा जी. वी ऑल आर द मेडिटेटर्स. ऑल द माइंड पावर ट्रेनर्स इन द वर्ल्ड वाइड आर द मेडिटेटर्स. सी, पेशेंस, persistence and practice. Practice, patience, persistence will always do the things what you are opting for. अगर आप आज भी रिएक्टिव नेचर में चले जाते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं कहीं ना कहीं आपको अपने अंतर जगत को और भी ज़्यादा सशक्त करना होगा. You increase the time of being from you being within and then come to the world outside you. और मैंने जो आपको जो बेसिक जो बताया है ना कि हमेशा देखो कि मैं कहाँ गलत हूँ, where I am getting wrong. हम हमेशा ही परिस्थितियों को, लोगों को, पीपल, सिचुएशन, सर्कमस्टांस को दोषी ठहराते हैं. जहाँ भी प्रॉब्लम आता है ना, तो आई जस्ट गो विद इन एंड आस्क माई सेल्फ, बलराम, इन दिस सिचुएशन, इन दिस सर्कमस्टांस, where I can improve myself, what my thought can be changed, what my feelings I can change so that I can see the things in a better perspective for the resolution of the issues. तो नेहा जी, आपको मैं गारंटी देता हूँ कि बाहर का जगत दुख और धोखे का जगत है, लेकिन अंतर जगत में जब आप एम्पावर्ड होकर बाहर के जगत में आते हैं ना, स्टार्ट गिविंग. एक प्याला जब जाम का भर जाता है तो छलकने लगता है, ऑटोमेटिकली कम्स आउट. द सेम वे आज हम चारों ट्रेनर्स क्यों यहाँ पर आपको गाइड करने के लिए हैं, क्योंकि बिकॉज वी आर गिविंग टू अवर इनर कॉन्शियसनेस, वी आर गिविंग द टाइम फॉर अवर इनर बीइंग. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर एबल टू गाइड यू पीपल एंड विथ यू पीपल टू मेक यू आल्सो टू ग्रो. नेहा जी, आर यू सेटिस्फाइड? नीला जी, वुड लाइक टू ऐड? शाद भाई, आप?
Anila would like to add something to this.
Just this is actually a very beautiful question. इस क्वेश्चन में बहुत डेप्थ है एंड बलराम सर आपने इतनी खूबसूरती से इसको एक्सप्लेन किया है. रिलेशनशिप्स, स्पेशली विद इन रिलेशनशिप्स, देखिए हम किसी और को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. वी कैन नॉट चेंज एनीबॉडी एल्स. इट इज नॉट फॉर अस, इट इज फॉर अस टू एक्सेप्ट देम. The only thing really we can change is our own response. However, when we are in the habit of reacting, and mind you, it is a habit, it's a habitual thing. We learn to react. So one of the things you can do, these are very practical tips. आपने भी सुना होगा, I'm sure. 10 तक गिनती करो. Give yourself time. And it's a very practical tip. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Just slow yourself down here. You see, step away from that situation. And of course, as Balram sir is saying so beautifully again and again, meditation वो चीज है which breaks those habitual patterns and puts new patterns inside. It helps us to respond. It helps us to look at situations in a very different way, in a different light. All right? There's another practice, we call it gratitude. That actually helps in changing the way we look at things. हमारा नजरिया बदल देता है gratitude का practice. It changes the chashma. So when we start looking at things differently, obviously they will not create that same sort of reaction within us, physical or emotional. So these are few things that maybe you can use to break this habitual, reaction thing. Just practical tips.
Right. Thank you, Anila. That gives a lot of clarity. And I, in fact, learned a word called absorb a few months or a few years back. When somebody is saying something to us, it's not important to react, or it's not even important to agree or disagree. But the important thing is to absorb, understand what the other person is saying, analyze it, and then take an action, whether you want to reply to that, or whether you want to be silent, or whether or what is the learning in that particular thing. And when we also talk from law of attraction, we understand that the life is our creation, and each and every person around you has been attracted by you. Each and every situation around you has been attracted by you. सारी सिचुएशन जब आपने ही अट्रैक्ट करी हैं, तो कोई अगर आपके ऊपर आपको कुछ कह रहा है, आप बुरा मान रहे हो उसका, लेकिन वो सिचुएशन भी आपने ही अट्रैक्ट करी है, तो उसको रिएक्ट करना हमारा काम नहीं है. हमें ये एनालाइज करना है कि हमने ऐसा क्या सोचा था जिसकी वजह से ये सिचुएशन अट्रैक्ट हुई है. उस सिचुएशन को, उस थॉट प्रोसेस को करेक्ट करना है, और सिचुएशंस अपने आप ही सही हो जाएंगी. we would not even encounter these kind of situations. For those, we would need to react. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other question?
Any other questions?
I have one question. Sometimes out of intuition, you will have to react to certain situations. You may not get enough time to go into the details, so you react out of the context of the situation. So will it be wrong?
See, whenever there is reaction, not response, that is always coming your conscious mind. From a doing or if I'm saying, if the situation are looking from the inner consciousness, na, that time reaction cannot be there. I'll tell you one thing. For this, see, this I just remembered. See, this is the handkerchief in my hand, right? Where we
Yeah.
find that things are very difficult for me. देखिए योगश्च चित्त वृत्ति निरोध, योग से चित्त की चंचल वृत्तियों का निरोध होता है. सपोज आई टॉक समथिंग, मेरी सास कभी नहीं सुधरेगी, एक गठान बंदी, निकमी है वो,
Okay.
मेरी जिंदगी तबाह किया है. द मोर वी टॉक डिग्रेटली अबाउट दैट सिचुएशन और द इवेंट और द पर्सन, द मोर टाइटर दिस नॉट गेट्स. और ये जो गठाने हैं, ये जिंदगी में कभी खुलती नहीं है. बाहर के फील्ड में अगर आप इनको खोलने की कोशिश करोगे तो ये कभी नहीं खुलेगी. द मोमेंट यू चेंज योर थॉट्स, you start looking in that relationship or that situation, what is good for me. मेरी सास ने ऐसा बेटा पैदा किया है जो मेरा पति है. She has done the wonderful job of, for you can producing this child, so who is taking care of me. जैसे 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 आप उसके बारे में पॉजिटिव सोचना चालू कर देंगे ना, धीरे 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 वो गठाने जो है जो खुलती चली जाती है. और फिर यू सी दैट यू स्टार्ट getting into alignment with the self and the supreme self. You get into the direction of the alignment with what you are asking for. The only thing is that you have to work always on your inner consciousness, always looking into what we have been advocating you. Can look into what good is in that situation. The moment you start looking good in any situation, the more focus you are towards your goodness in that situation, the event, the more good comes to you. It's a law of attraction. It is a, you can say, universe gives you that. If you are grateful, you are given more. Yes, Anila, you would like to speak on that?
Sir, you have explained it very beautifully. As within, so without. The outside world is simply a mirror, especially when it comes to relationships. जो हम दे रहे हैं, that is what we're going to get back. That's all. So if you're getting something that is not what we like, then we don't look outside, we look first at ourselves.
Very true.
True. And Mr. Krishnan, when you talk about when you are guided by a certain intuition to take an action, so that would not be actually called a reaction. That would be considered or would be called an inspired action. It does not mean that a reaction has to be a faster than inspired action. Inspired action can be a fast action as well. So like you said, there might not be time to think much, but if you feel that you have been guided by your intuitions and you have been guided to take certain actions, then please go ahead, listen to your intuitions, and intuitions are 100% correct.
Exactly. This is
It's
what
just that you would
this
need
is
to
what
differentiate whether it's actually an intuition or a thought of your own mind. If you're able to differentiate that properly, if you are able to find out what exactly which thoughts are actually the intuitions, then please go ahead and take those actions.
See,
and
Shalu, I would like to add it here.
I
I
think
would like to,
one more thing. Okay.
yes, yes.
Out of body, mind, intellect. This intuition has got any relationship to this intellect?
See, what I understand for intuition is our mind or our brain has a limitation. The limitation is that our mind thinks only in patterns. Okay, so for example, if you have a thought, okay, you're thinking about pencil. Now next thing would be related to a pencil. Let's say you're talking about the pencil lead. Then you the next pattern or thought could be piercing something, a paper with that lead. So every thought is in a pattern. Intuition, how do we find out, is when it breaks the pattern and a flash or a message appears from nowhere. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Continue this example. You're thinking about the pencil, the lead, the paper, and then you get a flash of thought. Please call up your friend. Okay, so this is a completely different thought from the pattern. That means it's an intuition. So here you need to take that action. Go ahead and call your friend, whichever friend it has been asked to call you. So that's how I differentiate. People may have a different way of finding out what intuitions are, but believe me, everybody receives those intuitions, just that we need to understand how to tap on them. Balram bhai,
Shah
please
bhai,
go ahead. You
can
were
I
adding
add?
up.
Yes, Kumar Krishnan bhai, I'm telling you, I'm meditating for the last 30 years now. My intuitions come only during the meditation or just after the meditation or when I take my bath. Unless you're into the alpha state, unless you're absolutely relaxed physically, mentally, intuitions cannot come. It is always your outer mind, your conscious mind, which is the egoistic mind speaking to you. Intuitions always, I do my entire factory work through intuition, my entire social, my this thing, what are the obligations I have. I'm always guided from within, always. And I get the intuition only during my meditation or after meditation or the time when I'm in absolutely silent condition of mind. And that is only the intuition. If that intuition comes to you, and if you take that action, that is called the inspired action, it can never ever give you the wrong result. It is bound to get you success, 101%.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
Shraddha,
Thank
please.
you, Balram bhai.
Thank
And
you.
Dr.
Thank you,
Nila,
sir.
what were
Thank
your
you, sir.
thoughts on
Yeah.
intuition?
Absolutely the same. You both have said it all.
Okay, great. So, any more questions? Hope, Krishnan, we have answered your question.
Yeah, I got it.
All
Convinced.
right, great. Okay, we have a couple of
No,
minutes.
one more question I have. I think Balramji will be able to tell me. What is this aham in Sanskrit? Is above intellect.
See, श्रद्धा इन्होंने सवाल जो पूछा है मेरे को जरा एक बार बताइए तो आई नो द आंसर सो ब्यूटीफुली यू वंस
Yeah,
कैन यू
that
रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन प्लीज
I am telling about ahangar. Ahangar. So
Ahankar.
Sanskrit ahangar is something you must
सी
be able to tell.
वन इज कॉल्ड द IQ. आप जितना पढ़ लिख लेते हैं, जितनी डिग्रियां हासिल कर लेते हैं, आपका IQ लेवल बढ़ता है. लेकिन ये दुनिया की किताबें, दुनिया का एजुकेशन आपकी बुद्धि को दिव्य नहीं बना सकता है. आपकी बुद्धि कैन बी मोर इगोइस्टिक, लेकिन बुद्धि की दिव्यता, बुद्धि की विशालता, या ये कह सकते हैं कि डिवाइन इंटेलेक्ट कैन कम ओनली विथ मेडिटेशन. The IQ level which enhances, which improves in the world outside by this academic degrees, but unless you go within to develop the intellect which will always guide you in the divine order, that IQ in the world outside you might get you the failure in life. But along with that, if we keep on developing the divine intellect within, it is always keep on guiding you in the right path. आपके पास बाहर की दुनिया में धन, दौलत, शोहरत, नाम, मान, शान तो हो सकता है, लेकिन वो सारी बुद्धि आपको शायद अंतर्मुख का सुख, शांति और प्रेम नहीं दे सकती है, which only meditation, अंतर्मुखता, एकांत और inner consciousness can give you.
That's
Yes.
true. We are experiencing in magical mornings. No, lot of changes
Yeah,
are
go on,
coming.
go on. Anila ji, I am.
I'm not joking. It's a fact. Because today morning there was a thing about the finance. Then I was commenting about some people who made money and all. But then Anilaji told Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi there with everybody. And it happened to be today. I did some stock trading and got good amount of money. I appreciate her for what she offered me in the magical morning. It's apart from the real discussions. Thank you.
See,
Thanks for your
anything,
feedback, Krishnan.
last what I would like to say, anything that you are asking for, if you nourish your inner self, then your prayers in the world outside you are bound to be answered. Bound to be answered. Work on your inner self, and then automatically the external world comes with more of fulfillment, and contentment. Shall
And,
can
and
we
we call
finish over here? Yes,
we
yes.
call it God's grace, is it?
Of course. The more good you are, the more closer to God you are. The more closer to God you are, you rather exhibit God. This is the purpose of our life. Know thyself, explore the divinity within, and then give it to the world outside you. Yes, Sharvai.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you, sir.
Thank you very much. In fact, we are running out of time. So, any last question, if somebody would like to ask, you would like to take the last question, and then we would like to close the session. I've also pasted the link for Midweek Magic Club. So, the new people who have joined today and are not the part of Midweek Magic Club, please feel free to be a part of it. This club session happens every week on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. And we do also post the recording of this session in the group. So please feel free to join the group. And any other last question, if we have, we can take it up. Otherwise, let's wrap up the session. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. And I think we have crossed almost 9 minutes. So thank you for being there extended time. Thank you very much, Balram Bhai, for this amazing, insightful session and for your examples from your life, especially the example of your wife and the factory. I really loved it, and I could relate to them as well. So let's all of us unmute ourselves and give a round of applause to Balram Talreja Bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. And just for your information, we do run magical morning sessions in the morning, and then we have money minting program also in the morning, which is taken care by Mr. Sanjeev Mishra. So, in case if somebody is not a part of it and would like to join this, can ping me or Dr. Anila in the personal chat. So, thank you everyone once again. Let's close the session.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.